Next part, we are going to see inclination of a line and slope or gradient of a line. So what is inclination, what is slope of a line? Inclination of a line. The inclination of a line is the angle theta made by the line with the x-axis, that is above the x-axis. We are calculating the angle above the x-axis. If the line cuts the x-axis, so what is the angle between x-axis and that particular line? This angle is calculated above the x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction is always positive direction. Clockwise direction is always negative direction. Note that, right? In the positive direction, that is anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise direction, and theta is lies between 0 to 180, starting from 0 to upper part of x-axis, 0 to 180 degree, right? So we know acute angle is 0 to 90 degree and obtuse is 90 to 180 degree, right? So the inclination, so acute angle, in the case of acute angle, so AB is the line which cuts the x-axis. So angle between x-axis and AB is theta. Theta is anti-clockwise. This mark, see, arrow mark is anti-clockwise direction. That is called inclination. That is positive direction, anti-clockwise direction, right? So this is for acute angle. In case of obtuse angle, above 90 degree, the diagram is second one. AB is the line which cuts the x-axis. You are measuring the angle in the anti-clockwise direction from x-axis to the line, right? That is theta. That is called inclination. This is positive direction and negative direction. So AB is the line which cuts the x-axis, right? So you are calculating clockwise direction angle from x-axis. So first we measured the angle on the right hand side, correct? See the line and x-axis, right, which cuts, right? At a point we are measuring the angle from the right hand side to left hand side. Here we are calculating x-axis cuts the line AB, and we are measuring the angle from the left to right. See, arrow mark is other direction, that is for obtuse angle, that is negative direction, that is clockwise direction. Similarly for acute angle, right, AB is the line cuts the x-axis, so we are calculating from left hand side to right hand side, that is minus, right? And inclination, that is positive direction. So we are measuring anti-clockwise direction theta. The same line, if we are measuring from other part, right, that is left to right, that is clockwise direction, so inclination is a negative inclination, right? Positive direction and negative direction. First note, inclination of the line parallel to x-axis or coinciding with the x-axis is 0. Suppose if x-axis and that line are coincide, both are coincide, then there will be no angle, right? So inclination is 0. Suppose the given line AB is parallel to x-axis, so there is no intersection between these two lines, x-axis and that line, therefore there will be no angle, so inclination is 0, right? So both cases, so parallel theta is 0, right? It is not cutting x-axis, so there will be no angle. So it is coincide on x-axis, there will be no angle, theta equal to 0. Next, inclination of the line parallel to y-axis or coincide with y-axis is 90 degree, right? Always x and y axes are perpendicular to each other, mutually perpendicular, right? That is the idea. So now see, the line AB cuts the x-axis. So this is parallel to y-axis. So 90-degree, right? Because y-axis and AB are parallel, x cuts the both the line. So we know y and x as mutually perpendicular. Therefore, AB and x-axis is perpendicular. Therefore, inclination is 90-degree. So if it is on y-axis, coincide with y-axis, same angle. So y-axis and x-axis are 90-degree, right, to each, right? Next, slope or gradient of a line. The slope or gradient of a line is a measure, that is a number, which describes the direction and steepness of the line. We know the path is very steep. When you are going uphill, we can say the path is very steep, right? So that steep is called slope of the path. The path is nothing but you consider as a line. Then you can call the steepness, right, from the ground level, right? It is called slope of that line. Staircases, you can see so many examples. Staircases, everything are in the steepness or with the slope, right? The slope of a line AB, right, line AB, whose inclination is theta with the x-axis. So inclination x-axis theta is the difference in the vertical change. So vertical change means from ground level to the top level of that path or the line, right? Vertical change, that is BC, that is vertical rise, and divided by the difference in the horizontal change. So horizontal change means the ground level from the point A to B. What is the distance? That is AC. Horizontal distance, that is AC. So between the 2 points A and B, right? A and B are lies on the line. AB is the line, right? So slope of AB, which is equal to vertical rise by horizontal distance, that is equal to BC by AC. That is equation number 1. From the right angle triangle ABC, so ABC is a right angle triangle. So angle C is 90-degree, right? We know from trigonometric idea, tan theta, which is equal to opposite by adjacent side. Opposite side is BC, opposite to angle theta, and adjacent is the base AC, right? So that is 2. From 1 and 2, right hand side are equal, BC by AC. Therefore left hand side equal. Therefore slope of AB, the line AB, which is equal to tan theta, right? Slope of a line is, the tan is nothing but tangent of its inclination. Theta is inclination. So tangent of inclination, it is denoted by small m. Always slope is denoted by small m, which is equal to tan theta. The inclination of a line is theta, then its slope is m equal to tan theta, right? Next note, slope of the line x-axis is m, which is equal to tan theta, because we know inclination theta is 0 for x-axis, right? Tan 0, that is equal to 0. Similarly, the slope of the parallel line to x-axis, that is also inclination 0, theta is 0, that is also 0, m equal to 0 slope. Now y-axis, now slope of the y-axis, theta is 90-degree, we know, right? Inclination, so tan 90, which is equal to infinite, undefined. So slope is not defined. You cannot define the slope. It is a vertical line, right? Similarly, parallel to y-axis, if you take any line parallel to y-axis, theta is 90, so that is also slope is undefined. Slope of a line is positive if its inclination theta with the x-axis is an acute angle, it should be always acute angle. You have to measure, right, in that direction, 0 to 90 degree, right? Theta is anti-clockwise direction, right? So this way, this is acute angle, positive slope. Slope of a line is negative if its inclination theta with the x-axis is an obtuse angle. So other side, right? Is pi by 2 to, that is 90 degree to 180 degree. 180 is pi, 90 is pi by 2 in anti-clockwise direction. That is, its inclination theta with the x-axis is an acute angle in clockwise direction, other direction. So the diagram is this one. This is positive obtuse angle. So if you are taking the other side from left to left, that is negative side of x-axis to the line AB, so you will get clockwise direction. That is acute angle. That angle is 0 to 90 degree, right? Thanks.